Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second installment of AMA, which is Ask Me Anything. I'm very excited that you're all here, and thanks for taking the time. And most importantly, I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy and taking care of themselves in this, COVID craziness around the world. But stay safe and be well. Let's get started right away. We've had a lot of questions, people writing in, and thank you everybody for writing in the questions. I really appreciate your participation. Our goal is to build a global community here, and the more active and the more you participate, the better it is, the better we get, and I really encourage it. And because one of our core values is transparency, and we want to be as transparent as possible. So let's get right into it. The first question comes from Nurin, and he asked, what do I need to participate in the Ask giveaway during this AMA? And thank you for asking, and listen closely, everybody. And there'll be a multiple choice quiz at the end. And the first person to respond with the correct answer gets 10,000 ASK. So, be on your feet and listen for the questions and react quickly. And we look forward to giving the winner that 10,000 ASK. So, let's get right into it. The first question is from Nafis, and he asks, why did you choose to name your project Permission? And why did you name your cryptocurrency ASK? Where is this derived from, and what's the inspiration behind it? Well, thank you, and that's a great question. First and foremost, we're all about changing the digital ad model on the web. We all know there are huge problems with the digital ad model. First, the big tech guys exploit your data. They take your data without really your permission. And so we're all about changing that paradigm, putting you in control of your data, and then you giving and granting permission. That's where the name comes from. And then advertisers ask permission. And that's where the cryptocurrency derives its ticker, ASK. So we see a whole new model of advertising where advertisers ask permission and then offer you a reward for granting permission. And we see the whole web going this way. Apple has already made a policy change that requires all of their app providers to ask permission. And we see all of digital advertising going in this way, and we're going to lead that effort. So thanks for asking that question. The next question comes from Roberto, and he asks, what does it mean to own your data? Well, that's another great fundamental question. And it really means to be in control. You decide how it's used, who has access to it, and it also allows you to be compensated. So it's about control and compensation. Those are the core principles behind owning your data, which is essentially you're in control, and if you want to grant somebody access, you're compensated. And that's the core principle behind owning your data, instead of Google and Facebook and the other big guys who provide you products in order to extract your data, and they never ask permission. So it's a fundamental difference. Okay, the next question comes from Jessa, and he asks, what are the ways the platform uses to protect the data of users? Another really fundamental question. We use multi-layer cryptography to protect your data and the best possible security software available. We've invested enormous amount of capital and time in building security protocols. It's fundamental to the platform. So we're using the best-in-class security software along with our own engineers building layers of cryptography to protect the data. So it is protected and nobody should worry about that data being stolen. The next question comes from Al Jabili, and he says, when will the next set of features, which are the browser extension and the plugin for e-commerce, going to be launched? Well, they're all going to be launched very soon, early in Q1. The most important feature for users is the browser extension. And that browser extension, which you can easily download in a second on permission.io, will allow you to traverse and surf the internet and then see relevant ads while you're surfing. And that browser extension is really exciting because it's going to have a wallet in there as well. So the ask that you earn by watching ads will stay in that wallet in your browser extension, which is really cool because as then the e-commerce plugin gets deployed across Shopify merchants first, you're going to have ASK in your wallet as you go to these stores, and then you can earn and spend right on that store. So we're building this whole ecosystem. It starts with the browser extension that gives you the ability to earn ASK, not just on permission.io, but wherever you go on the internet. And then it gives you the ability to spend on the stores that deploy the plugin. And so we're building this whole economy. And these two core features are core to getting ASK widely distributed and the permission model widely used by advertisers. So the next question is from Kahit, who asks, will the ASK token be used for online payments in the future? Absolutely. We're already well integrated with a major payment provider called Coin Payments that you can see on permission.io, but it's also used by thousands of e-commerce merchants across the web. But we fully intend to be integrated in any payment processor that processes crypto, including PayPal and Square and the big guys. And that's part of our job, is to create more and more liquidity for ASK. And we're excited to work with all the other payment processors. Next question comes from Mimul. And he asks, for any crypto and block, oh, excuse me, wrong question. He asks, can you explain what technology ASK uses in its project to make ASK extensible and interoperable? And thank you for asking that question, because at the core of our company, at the core of our business is a technology. We were a very deep technology company before we built this ask permission model. And there's a technology that we've developed, and it's called data algebra, which is, in our view, a game-changing technology for all computing, which it allows for all data, whether it's relational data, blockchain data, text, graph data, to be represented mathematically or algebraically. And when you do that, when you turn data into math, it all becomes interoperable. The ability to query independent databases, the ability to query data trapped in applications, this all changes. We can query data as a singular whole wherever it resides. And this is a game changer, not just for the permission advertising model, but for all computing. And I encourage anybody who's interested in technology to read we have a book on data algebra that you can access on our site. And we've also have 9 registered patents. They're all on our website in the technology section. I really encourage everybody who's interested in technology to read about data algebra because it's really game-changing technology across all of computing. Next question comes from Afiz, who asks, many projects have had the rug pulled and have exited. Why should investors trust your project not to do the same? Well, it's unfortunate that there are some projects out there that existed only to, raise some money through an ICO or things like that. But we're in this for the long term. I want you to look at my track record and the track record of our team. We have a set of values that is so important to us that we call 5TT, which stands for fairness, integrity, value, that example. And that example is really key. We're out here, we want to set an example for the rest of the crypto industry on how to act. And the T is really important, which stands for trust and transparency. And we believe in these values wholeheartedly. I built a company for 10 years prior to this one called Real Age that was sold very successfully to the Hearst Corporation. So look at the track record of the people behind the project and the values that they care about. So watch us and pay attention, but we are the furthest thing from the scam. We are trying to build a model for Web 3.0, for a new digital ad model, and we are going to do everything possible to earn the trust of our users and our community. And the number one way we do that is being transparent. So I encourage you all to ask questions. Since we've launched in September, there's been a few bumps in the road, and I apologize for anybody who's been confused about how to withdraw their tokens and the pending to the live wallet. We're working through many of these issues, but we're doing it all to protect the integrity of our community, protect the integrity of our currency. So please be patient as we test and optimize all of our protocols and procedures. So thank you for encouraging us and being part of this community. But we're here to set the example on how a crypto project can behave and will behave. Okay, the next question comes from Hong, who says, I see a lot of cryptocurrencies coming out. How is Ask different from other currencies? Each cryptocurrency has its own unique use case. And our use case is very clear. And our name, which we mentioned, we discussed in the earlier questions, says it all. We're all about a new digital ad model where people ask permission, where advertisers ask permission. The digital ad business is a $400 billion business. It's huge. I mean, the biggest companies in the world have been built on digital advertising. But let me be clear, this model is ripe for change. It's ripe for disruption. And it all comes down to how data is handled. That's the fundamental question. Google, Facebook, and others extract data, and they don't really ask permission. They extract this data without really your knowledge. And we're all about building a new model where advertisers ask permission and then reward you. So we really see a unique use case. And again, thanks again for being part of the community and helping us grow the community. So, right, thank you. It was pointed out to me. One of the other key differentiators is just all of the infrastructure that we've built that, a lot of cryptos, put out a white paper and then say invest in us. Well, we're doing this a little differently, meaning we're building everything. We have our own blockchain. We have our own store and infrastructure. We have our own security protocols. We have our own video player. We have our own means of collecting payments and rewarding users. Soon we're going to have, very soon, and pay attention everybody, because when the browser extension comes out, this is going to be really fun for all of you to earn while you go to the sites that you normally go to. So that's the really exciting thing that's coming out really soon, is this browser extension. And then we're building the plugin for Shopify and e-commerce merchants. So we have enormous infrastructure. We've invested millions and millions and millions of US dollars in our technology and our infrastructure. So I hope everybody can see how that's a huge differentiator. Okay, let's see. Are we ready to open this up for the group, or do we have another question? Okay, okay, from Marie. She says, will there be an application wallet and earn ASK by staking? Well, I'll take that. Are we going to be doing staking? Well, the answer is yes. This is a major feature that we are working very hard to make that available to our community. There's going to be several opportunities for staking. We will be announcing that again early in Q1. So good yield. And those announcements will be coming soon. Okay. Is there one more question before our giveaway? Well, let's open it up now to the community for questions. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, this one comes from Yuki. When will Ask be listed on a new exchange? Well, our goal is to create liquidity. Right now, we're on 2 exchanges, BitThumb Global and Vitex. We absolutely are working on creating more liquidity and looking for opportunities for new exchanges. And that, thank you for being patient with that. So here's another question. It says you were going to do a AMA every week. It's been a month since the last one. Well, thank you for that question. We want to do AMAs regularly, and my apologies if for not doing them more frequently. We want to do them in concert with announcements, and I hope to get into a regular pattern of doing them once a week very soon. Okay, here's another question. Let's see. There's a question, how many ASK can be earned on the browser extension per day? Well, good question. We don't know. A lot of that is going to depend on the advertiser demand. And that's really what's going to drive how much ASK you can earn when using the browser extension, traveling around the internet. So the bigger we grow our community, the more advertiser demand there will be, the more you can earn. So I encourage everybody to refer all of your friends and family. The bigger the audience, the more advertisers will come onto our platform and want to compensate users. So it's all about growing the audience and growing the ecosystem.
Can you get a big discount for purchasing Ask on the store? So
Okay, the next question is, can you get a big discount for purchasing using Ask in the store? And the answer is yes, because we're offering ASK back. And so you can purchase and then earn ASK back, which really, when you add it all up, amounts to a big, big discount on shopping on permission.io. Okay.
This project is a potential project but not yet popular. What are you going to do to globalize it? You already are very global, actually.
Okay, the next question is, what are we doing to make this project known and global? Well, there's many things. And as we've already discussed, launching the browser extension, launching the plugin for merchants really is essential. Growing the ecosystem, being on more exchanges and wallets, that's really key to all of it. So we really intend to have hundreds of millions of users. But we're just getting started, everybody. And all of you are part of this project. And all of you are key to making this thing grow. And again, we recognize that there's some little bumps going on the site, but we're optimizing them all the time. We have an incredible engineering team. Understand that building this whole ecosystem is quite a challenge. And I'm really proud of our team and what we've been able to accomplish. And it's just going to get better and better and better. Okay, I have one more question before the jackpot.
Do you think, why did you reduce the amount of ads while watching videos? Do you think to work with big companies like Amazon or Alibaba?
Yeah, and a great question is, what do you think of working with big companies like Amazon, Alibaba? Well, we're very happy to work with everybody. We're going to work with everybody that wants to participate in this new model. And let me tell you this, there are some of these big companies that dominate the internet that actually really believe in our model. So I could definitely foresee in the future partnerships with some of the companies that we are trying to disrupt. They understand what the next big wave is coming, and putting individuals in control of their data and advertisers asking permission is the wave of the future. So I could see some of the major, these enormous companies like Amazon, Alibaba, Facebook, Google, absolutely working with us to help deploy this new model. And if they want to work with us with this model, I'm very happy to work with them.
I think you should answer one more question because it's related to a feature.
Okay.
The question that came across, what is my data? So the new feature, my data profile, that allows people to fill out their profile.
Okay, so there's a question about my data and what that allows. And that allows for you to create a deeper and deeper profile that allows you to answer questions via surveys and your interests. And that makes you more attractive to advertisers. So if you want to earn on the platform and get ads that are relevant to you, that you volunteer for, complete My Data and check the My Data, and you can earn by sharing more data. And then you're going to get more relevant ads that pay you more. So that's really key to the whole system, is allowing, our mission is to help you earn and take control of your data. But you're going to earn more by sharing more. By more data that you provide is going to allow you to earn more. And you'll learn that over time. And And I really encourage you to check that feature and make it a comprehensive feature. Okay, are we going to take one more question, or are we ready for the quiz?
I don't think that there are any other questions outstanding right now, so I think we can get ready for the quiz.
Okay, everybody, get ready. Here we go. The first person that answers this correctly is going to win the jackpot. So the question is, what is planned for Q1 2021 for permission.io? And here are the questions. A, mobile app on Android and iOS. B, Shopify plugin. C, a browser extension. D, both mobile app and browser extension. E, mobile app and plugin. F, both plugin and browser extension.
Repeat the question.
Okay, I'll repeat it one more. Should I repeat?
No, he's going to pop it in the chat, I think.
It's F. Next one. Okay, while we're gathering the answers, Yusuf asked, what's next for permission.io? Okay, what's next is you're going to start to see great advertisements on the site from the biggest brands in the world. We're really excited about that. That's what really propels this. Just so you know, we are talking to the major ad agencies in the world and the biggest advertisers, and they are all bought in. They all believe in asking permission. They would much rather pay you than pay Facebook. And that is absolutely the big next step. And then obviously the browser extension and the plugin. And also look on our store for all kinds of great new items. You know, we've added 150 gift cards recently, which allows you to trade your ASK for a gift card, which is awesome.
Okay, we have the winner.
Okay, everybody, we do have the winner.
Okay, so
Drum roll.
the winner is Kurusu Umit Ustaf. Kurusu Umit Ustaf.
Okay, our winner is Kurus Umit
Ustaf.
Ustaf.
So congrats. Submit your email so we can send him the jackpot.
All right. Kurutsu Ustaf. Excuse me for not pronouncing your name correctly. You know, I'm a dumb American. I don't, I can't.
All right.
So provide your email and, we'll get you your jackpot. So guys, look it. I really want to do these AMAs regularly. We want to do them when there's new information. We're going to try and do them really regularly, more frequently, but keep sending your questions. I encourage you to participate on Telegram and our other community sites, and send your friends, watch the videos, go shopping. We're changing the world. We're changing the web, and we're changing it for the better. And I really thank all of you for being part of the permission community, and have a great day, everybody.